for the precious gift of life, the life of our family members and our Rotary brothers. Thank you, Lord, for directing, protecting, guiding, guarding us against sickness, acts of war, natural calamities such as earthquakes. Thank you for the roof over our heads and for the blessings of safety and shelter. We are here, Lord, because of your abundant mercies and grace. Lord, bless the work of our hands so that we might continue to be helpful to humanity and share the blessings you have given us. All this for your greater glory. Amen.
Muchas gracias, amigo. Thank you. Please remain standing for our national anthem.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiging telas ng sinagalan, alam ng puso, sa dikit mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, kuya ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa nagatang tutok sa simoy at sa langit ang bangaw, ay hinatang tulad, awit sa pagkayang minamahal, ang isang pagkawat mo'y tagumpay na nag-iibig, ang bituin at karoon niya, kailan pa may di magtitinig, lumang ang araw ng walhaging pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang inigaya ng pagkay magagin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Let's sing our RC Makati hymn.
We're the Rotary Club of Makati, and together we stand proud. We are leaders with integrity, always ready to serve humanity, always living by the four-way test, building goodwill and peace along the way, giving hope to the world. We're the Rotary Club of Makati, prepared to aid our fellow men. As true Rotarians we live to lead. We believe in service above self, and this is why we succeed. We're the Rotary Club of Makati, and together we stand proud. We are leaders with integrity, always ready to serve humanity, always living by the four-way test, building goodwill and peace along the way, giving hope to the world. We're the Rotary Club of Makati, giving hope to the world. The Rotary Club of Makati.
Grazie. Sentisi usted. Now we proceed to our four-way test. First, is it the truth? Segunda, is it fair to all concerned? Third, will it build goodwill and better friendship? And lastly, will it be beneficial to all concerned? And the answer is? Yes. C. Okay. Now we go to the acknowledgement of guests. Of course. Primero, inter pares, muy guapo. Past District Governor Antonio Quila. Ah, muy guapo, ha? And Anne's, of course, the beautiful First Lady, Rachel. Uy, huh? Okay. Marga Akwende. Where's Marga? Ah, yeah. Diane Mempin, okay. Okay, Rotary Club of Makati, AJ Zambrano. Nico de la Cruz. Yela Israel. Martin Revilla. And our guests, Mary Jane Laut and Ann Reyes. Okay, who will do the welcome song? Louis Asioche. Ven aquí. Our singer. Including greetings to birthday. Everyone.
Friends of Rotary, we greet you. All friends of Rotary, we greet you. We want you to feel that our friendship is real. We are glad you're here today. So take back home a little cheer. Regards from all the fellows here. And when once more you're here our door, come again, our friends, come again.
Welcome. Okay, thank you very much. Now, gentlemen, there's a request by El Presidente. Please occupy the table. Presidential directive. Oo, lipat daw kayo. Presidential order. Okay. Keith, do you have any club functions announcement? Oh yeah. Our president has some announcements. Announcement. Ah, yeah. Okay, see. Announcement.
So, fellow Rotarians, I'd just like to announce that on Thursday at the Polo Club, there will be a meeting of the Rotary Club of Manila, the second best Rotary Club in the Philippines. And I am the chairman of the Democrats Abroad of the Philippines, and a fellow Rotarian, George Drysdale, is the chairman of the Republicans Abroad in the Philippines. So we will have a roundtable discussion. It should be lively. I'll try not to be too harsh on former President Donald Trump, but it should be interesting. And any of you who can possibly attend, I think it would be very much welcomed. Thank you.
Boy. Here.
Yeah, Ed. Announcement.
Yeah.
El Presidente coming.
I just want to remind everybody for Friday, our Oktoberfest.
Yes.
Okay? Please come. It will be fun. It starts at 6 o'clock. And for those that might have problems with parking, because we're expecting, a number of people, we have 3 shuttle vans from Rockwell. You can park in Rockwell and we'll shuttle you every 10 minutes. Okay, so Friday, 6 o'clock. We'll see you all there.
Yes.
Thank you.
Any further announcements? Chris.
Next week, October 22, it will be a Rotary Aunts Day, so please bring your aunts. Our guest speaker is Annika Haxton, the aunt of our new member, George Haxton. She will talk about sustainable finance. So still within the topic of the month, which is economy. Yeah. Thank you so
Yes.
much.
Okay, any further announcement? So bring your hands, ha? Hands number 1, uno, dos, tres. Okay, any further announcements? No, I? Okay. Birthday greetings. October 17, PP Roger Davis. October 18, Patrick Parungao. October 19, Roger Collantes. October 21, Roger Sarmiento. October 21, Carlo Ibanez. And Army Jimenez, October 18. And wedding anniversary, Tetu and Risa Garcia, October 20. Okay? Now we proceed to the classification talk. A birthday song. Sino bang kumakanta ng birthday song? Louie Asioche. Eat! Wala si David eh.
Sabayan mo ako, boy. It is your birthday, your wedding day. Let's celebrate this important day. We greet you deep in our hearts till a happy birthday and happy wedding day.
Muchas
Happy birthday,
gracias.
Jay.
Muchas gracias to our future district governor
How do you turn off the mic?
of 3830. Now let's go to classification talk. We'd like to call on our new member. Ako ang sponsor nito. June Abrazaldo. June, Benaki. Classification talk. Tell us about yourself. 2 minutos. Ay, sige, sige. Classification talk. Tell them who you are, man.
Good morning, everyone. I am Mr. June Abrazaldo. I am a former NBI intelligence agent and a presidential appointee as a regional director of the DOTR. I am currently serving as the vice president of our family-owned security agency business. Our agency is dedicated to providing top-tier security services to STEAM business, ensuring their assets and the people are protected at all times. We specialize in several key areas, including traditional security services like bulletproofing and K9 services. One of our distinctive offerings is the option to bundle the security services with complementary pre-K9 units that helps enhance the protection we provide to our clients. In my role as Vice President, I have learned that security is not just about physical presence, it's about creating the sense of safety and trust. Over the years, I've had the privilege of working with numerous companies and seeing the profound impact security can have on their operations. This has taught me valuable lessons in leadership, risk management, and importance of being proactive. Outside of my work, I enjoy spending time with my family, indulging in a few personal hobbies. I am an avid golfer, which has taught me patience and focus. Singing also is another passion of mine. Singing. All right. It allows me to express myself creatively. And lastly, cooking is something I love. It gives me an opportunity to relax and bring joy to others through food. In terms of classification in Rotary, I believe my work in the security industry aligns closely with Rotary's mission of building strong, safe communities. Security is essential for fostering environments where people can thrive without fear. Through my expertise, I hope to contribute to Rotary's initiatives by offering insights into how we can keep our community safer. Moreover, the values of professionalism, integrity, and service that we are core to my profession resonate deeply with Rotary International's values of service above self. Thank you for your time and for the opportunity to share a little bit about myself. Good morning, everyone.
Thank you, man. Muchas gracias, Jun. Now we'd like to call on the good-looking Aaron Mempin. Ven aquí. Tell us about yourself, man.
Sir Boy Arteche, thank you for the kind words. But we are all good-looking men here in this room. Okay, let me start. Good morning, everyone. Is it good morning? Good afternoon. Um, President Keith Harrison, First Anne Rachel Harrison, past District Governor Tony Quila, past District Governor Sid Garcia, past President Fidel Alfonso, haven't seen Sir Fidel, past President Rene Limhoco, past President Junjun Dairit, past President Eddie Yap, past President, and I will echo what Sir Boy mentioned earlier, future District Governor Louis Asioche. He told me a while ago, it's okay, but it's 100%. No, there's no chance. President-elect Eddie Galvez, Sir Cesar, esteemed RCM Board of Directors, honored guests, kulang pa, kulang pa, kulang pa. Sandali, wait lang, wait lang, wait lang, wait lang. Save the best for last tayo. Wait lang, boys. Hold your horses. Rotaractors, beautiful aunts, my fellow brothers of the Rotary Club of Makati. Eto na. And to my better half, Dayan. Good day to all of you. Okay? Kaya naman masyado kayo nagmamadali. Oh, wala akong tutulugan if I don't mention her name. It is truly a privilege to stand before such distinguished individuals. Leaders who have made their marks in business, government, and the arts. My name is Aaron Verata Mempin, and today I want to share not just my journey, but how I'm using my voice for good across my passions and platforms. For 2 decades, I've worked in communications, advertising, and marketing, creating campaigns that don't just meet business objectives, but forge meaningful connections with people. Whether it's raising awareness or driving engagement for brands like Metrobank, Nestle, or BMW, I've witnessed the transformative power of storytelling. But I believe this influence goes beyond the bottom line. It's about making a genuine impact, whether through business, art, or community. Outside of work, my focus shifts to the creative arts, where I've found my true purpose. Together with my wife, guys, marami siyang baget no today. Together with my wife, Diane, I've actively worked in the arts community, fostering collaboration with both emerging and veteran Filipino artists. Through Katha Pilipinas, an arts management initiative and creative social enterprise I've supported for nearly a decade, we strive to expand our reach and share a diverse range of techniques and experiences. This work is not just about art, it's about building bridges, elevating stories, and empowering others. Working with my wife in this space has made it even more meaningful as we both share the passion for helping Filipino artists thrive. Art gives me a platform to tell stories that connect, uplift, and inspire. But it's my responsibility as a Filipino and a Rotary member to ensure that those stories serve the community and empower others. That's why I also volunteered to lend my voice for our club's weekly updates. Clear communication is at the heart of what we do, and I believe in using every opportunity to elevate our shared vision. Beyond art and marketing, another passion of mine is sports, where I find balance and discipline. Whether in the basketball court or the football field, sports have taught me invaluable lessons in teamwork, resilience, and strategy, qualities that also shape my approach as an entrepreneur and leader. Joining this esteemed club represents an incredible opportunity to fuse these experiences, whether through art, communication, or service. Coming from a family that values both business acumen and public service, I've always been rooted in a sense of responsibility, integrity, and groundedness. And it's with these principles that I hope to contribute to Rotary's mission of service, fellowship, and leadership. As a member of the Rotary Club of Makati, my goal is to meaningfully advance the causes we champion, using my experience to amplify our reach and impact. I'm committed to working with all of you to foster conversations that lead to tangible actions, benefiting not only our communities but the future leaders we are nurturing. Thank you for this opportunity, gentlemen and women. And I'm excited to get to know each of you as we continue working toward a better future together. Maraming salamat po. Have a good day, everyone.
Muchas gracias, Aaron. Okay, the last person to give a classification talk is the good-looking and future RC President, Paolo Turnao. Paolo, ha?
Okay, so I guess I'll dispense with the um, introduction. But good, good afternoon, fellow Rotarians. It is an honor to stand before you today and share a bit about my professional journey and how it aligns with the values and we hold dear in Rotary. My name is Paulo Antonio Sanchez Durno, and my industry classification is investment packaging. Currently, I serve as the Vice President and Chief Operating Officer of Pikeville Inc., an investment holding company, where I oversee the development of new business ventures and investment opportunities. Throughout my career, I've had the privilege of working across various industries, beginning with an oil company, then moving on to a business consulting firm while taking on concurrent roles in a water utility, a lending company, and a printed circuit board design bureau. Over time, I found myself juggling additional responsibilities like June, including managing a security agency and running a bottled water company, and even serving as the ultimate water boy for a women's volleyball team that played in the commercial league. So each of these experiences taught me the value of strategic thinking, adaptability, and leadership, qualities that I continue to draw upon today. On a personal note, I was born and raised in Cebu, where my family instilled in me a deep sense of responsibility and work ethic. At the age of 16, I left the comforts of home to pursue my education in Ateneo de Manila University. I still have a lot of Lasallian friends. So, where I earned a degree in management engineering. I must admit I wasn't the most diligent student, but my curiosity and love for learning drove me to continue my studies. So later on, I earned an MA in economics, also from Ateneo. Then, after which I pursued another master's degree, of which I will forever be a thesis short of completing, which was electronics engineering, master's in electronics engineering. But in 2021, I completed a global MBA at National Chiao Tung University in Taiwan under a scholarship program. Let me be clear, I don't particularly enjoy studying, but I do love the learning process and the growth that comes with it. When I'm not working, enjoy watching movies, learning history, technology and innovation, and keeping up with current events. Although I am new to Rotary as an official member, my journey with this club organization began long before. In 1998, my boss at that time, Mr. Tito Panilio, was president-elect of the Rotary Club of Makati. And many of the principals and stockholders in the companies I worked in, such as, past President Michael Escaler, past District Governor Sid Garcia, the late past President Gigi Zulueta, Johnny Lim, and Ferdy Ordovesa, were all active Rotarians. So during that period, I witnessed firsthand how busy a president-elect could be, and I assisted my boss in various ways during his term. In 1999 to 2000, I was entrusted with the task of conducting a study and completing the application for a 3H grant for the Balite and Panipuan water project. That has since grown to more than what it is, than what it was back then. For this, while I humorously charge my boss a very high professional fee, yes, when you say professional fee, there's always the letter R inserted for Rotary. So the greatest reward was the lesson that I learned about the true essence of service above self. In 2001, I had the great privilege of being selected as a delegate for the Rotary Group Study Exchange Program. And the Rotary Club of Makati, under the leadership back then of past President Ronald Young, was my sponsoring club. So although that program no longer exists, it was a life-changing experience that shaped my early career and personal outlook. Rotary taught me many valuable lessons early on, and I feel it is only fitting now that I give back to the club that has played such a pivotal role in my journey. Today, as a professional investment banking, I believe my skills and experience can contribute to Rotary's initiatives, particularly in areas like project financing and organizational development. Rotary's commitment to service above self resonates deeply with my own values of integrity, continuous learning, and a desire to make a meaningful impact in the world. I am humbled and excited to use my abilities to contribute towards our shared goals and to continue learning from all of you. Thank you.
Paulo. El Presidente. Before we call on Keith for his president's time, we'd like to acknowledge the presence of a great Rotarian, past president, past district governor, and take note, future Rotary International Director Isidro Garcia. Sida, RI Director. Okay? Now, gentlemen, we'd like to call on our president, Keith Harrison, from London. London.
Good afternoon, everybody. I hope that we will be able to show you a few movies and photographs of the things that have been going on in the past week. Sorry, yes, and we're adjusting the camera so that it doesn't chop off my hair, what little hair I still have. Weekends are typically reserved for rest, relaxation, and spending time with the family. But in Rotary, they also serve as a perfect opportunity for us to engage with our Rotary family and take part in meaningful projects and communities. And this past weekend was certainly an active and shining example of how we can make a difference whilst enjoying ourselves. On Saturday morning, we had the privilege, there we are, you see some pictures, had the privilege of visiting the Sisters of Mary in Silang, Cavite, for a special screening of 1,000 Forests, with the support also of the Ramon Magsaysay Foundation. The event was a true highlight, inspiring, the movie was a highlight inspiring 2,600 kids. By the way, the kids you can see here are the stars of the movie, and we'll move on to that a little later. And then you can see some fantastic engineering, which we're going to hear about shortly from Porsche, but this is engineering of planting trees. So, coming back to my, my script here. So, inspiring more than 2,600 kids to take responsibility for preserving the environment and the world that we live in, and they will inherit. After screening, we held a tree planting activity, which you've now seen on screen, and launched a climate exchange exhibition in collaboration with the University of the Philippines, Los Baños. To make the day even more engaging, we filmed an MTV shoot featuring the students and the movie's original cast, and Sister Mylene and some of the other nuns, as a way to creatively create fun and reinforce the environmental awareness amongst the youth. You can also see on the screen now the way in the Philippines we're able to adapt. So this is the movie scene, and they didn't have little railway tracks, but they had a push trolley to allow the camera to roll along, and it was very a fantastic day. There's no sound, but I hope by Friday evening we will have the first cut of the movie to celebrate this. The sort of small trailer movie to celebrate this day. If not, it'll be in a lunch or dinner meeting shortly thereafter. Anyway, later that day, we ran back to the clubhouse where we were hosting the Pinoy Halloween party for over 100 kids. Thanks to Prodigious Philippines and our very own Sue and Nolido, the event was filled with laughter, games, and festivities and fun that left the children with great memories, and I'm sure lots of cake as well. On Sunday, we shifted gear to another significant initiative, a book reading and feeding program, this time at the Manila South Cemetery. In partnership with St. Andrew's Apostle Parish, we were able to support 60 kids living in the cemetery grounds. There are over 300 families living in these grounds, and it's really quite a sorry situation, but it's important that somehow or other these kids are also given the hope and skills to learn reading and go and progress through their education. Otherwise, they may stay there for forever. Thank you particularly, special thanks to Monsignor Jerry Santos for leading the program, and to Director Derek Tan for hosting a fellowship for us afterwards at St. Giles, also with Director Boyateche here. In that program, we also signed a MOA rather, where we handed across a check for 150,000 pesos to fund the program for the remainder of this year. So in just one weekend, we were able to touch the lives of 2,700 children. Those experiences not only highlight the power of Rotary, but they also show how much joy and fulfillment we can gain from serving others. Because I can tell you, whilst all of these things seem like they're a task, you have to drive somewhere and go somewhere and whatever else, I can tell you, for me, I got fantastic fulfillment. I've never had such a full and busy weekend, but it was really great to see the smiles on people's faces. Looking ahead, we have much more. We are now just 3 days away, as P.E. Eddie just mentioned, from the Oktoberfest in our own clubhouse. And I'd like to extend my heartfelt thanks to those who've already bought tickets, as well as to our sponsors, which include P.E. Eddie Galvez, Felix Ang, Winston Oy, A.J. Violaga, and P.P. Tito Panilio. A special thanks also to our birthday celebrants for October. The change in the configuration and design of the third floor on the Payang Hechanova wing will be transformed with the money that they would have spent on birthday cake as October celebrants. And so thank you very much. They are going to cover the styling costs on the evening. I encourage all members to join us for this fun-full evening of live music, beer, and camaraderie. On October the 17th, we'll hold another screening of 1,000 Forests. So you saw the one in Silang. This is going to be in our clubhouse, and this time it's going to be for 500 students of the General Pio del Pilar National High School, and it will be a great opportunity for us to continue to inspire another group of youngsters to look after the environment and teach us older folks a little bit about the importance of the environment, because, again, it is their future. So if you do come along on that day, I will introduce it, but if you want to stand at the back and watch the movie, you're also very welcome. But otherwise, it'll be done in 2 showings, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, 250 kids each. On October the 19th, we'll be launching another project connected to General Pio del Pilar National High School, the RC Makati Special Magic Project. And this is an initiative designed to support the education of special needs children. And through this project, we're going to be providing enhanced SPED training for 20 teachers, the 5 SPED teachers that the school have, plus a number of the regular teachers, and also engage, over the period of this project, 80 parents and siblings of the special needs kids. So there's no training of the special needs kids themselves, but more training of the people who work with those kids. We will also then, later in the program, be conducting medical assessments to make sure that they all have up-to-date assessments on file. So that starts on the 19th. Finally, on the 27th of October, small group of us will travel to Isabela province to see the graduation of the final group in this round of programs for the feedback program in Reina Mercedes. This will be a nice, wonderful opportunity to witness the Sustainable Backyard Vegetable Exchange Program, which won us the district award for environmental, although only got second place for the national award, but we will continue to serve in this area as well. So this is food security as well as self-sufficiency. So as we look forward to all of those upcoming events, I hope you'll stay engaged, and please, if you don't feel you know about them, call the Secretariat, call me directly. I would love to make sure that I see new faces and extra people joining me and the other members who go to these events, having extra people to chat with and talk about them. Thank you very much, and again, look forward to seeing you on Friday at the Oktoberfest. Okay.
Grazie, El Presidente. Now we'd like to call on one of the best singers of Rotary Club of Makati, who will introduce one of the best structural engineers of our country. I'd like to call on my good friend, Andia.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Very honored to have this opportunity to introduce the one who invited me here, the Rotary Club of Makati. Okay. So, everybody knows him as Porsche. But Telosforo Pena graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering from the National University in 1972. In recognition of his outstanding achievements in the field of engineering, he was honored during the university's 110th founding anniversary as distinguished alumni. His contributions to the industry have been further solidified through his active membership in esteemed professional organizations, including the Association of Structural Engineers of the Philippines, ASEP, the Philippine Institute of Civil Engineers, PICE, and the American Society of Civil Engineers. Upon graduation, Pena embarked on his career in the Department of Public Works and Highways as junior engineer, where he was primarily assigned to surveying projects. After a year, he transitioned to the Philippine National Railways, where he served for 3 years as senior engineer, gaining valuable experience in large-scale infrastructure projects. In 1976 until 1986, Pena in the College of Civil Engineering at the Luzonian University on the subject of reinforced concrete design and earthquake engineering. In the same year, 1986, Pena took a significant step in his career by founding the T&D Design Consultancy Company, a multidisciplinary firm specializing in architecture and engineering design. It is registered at the SEC as partnership with his wife, who happened to be an architect. The company has grown to become a respected player in the industry, offering comprehensive services that cover various facets of design and engineering, and most of the projects are outside Metro Manila like Davao, Cebu, CDO, Isabela, Marawi, Nueva Ecija, and the Quezon Province. Throughout his career, Pena has made significant contributions in the field of structural design, particularly in the commercial sector. Notably, he served as the structural design engineer for several SM malls, including high-profile projects as the SM South Mall and SM Lanang Premier in Davao. In the past 15 years, Pena has focused his expertise in seismic evaluation and retrofitting of existing buildings in key business districts such as Makati and Ortigas. His work has been instrumental in ensuring the safety and structural integrity of many high-profile structures. One of his notable projects involved in retrofitting several buildings within the Meralco compound after businessman Manny Pangilinan took over the company. His efforts have helped reinforce these critical structures to withstand potential seismic events, demonstrating his commitment to enhancing the resilience of the nation's infrastructure. Pena's extensive experience from large-scale public infrastructure to private sector projects and his leadership in seismic safety initiatives have cemented his reputation as a figure in the field of civil and structural engineering in the Philippines. So, brothers, ladies, and gentlemen, please let us welcome Engineer Telesforo Porsche Pena.
Thank you, Andy. Okay. First, I would like to thank Director Chris for acknowledging me to be part of this program as speaker for a certain topic, which is my core competence. You know, in Rotary, you cannot join Rotary without invitation. And you cannot become a member if you don't have any qualification, which is absolutely qualified on your career or on your profession. That's why I'm talking now here about my core competence, which is seismic evaluation of the existing building, preferably in the Philippines. I would like to first also, I've seen my Nenong in Rotary, past district governor, Sid Garcia, who invited me to join in this club. Okay. And of course, my idol in Rotary, some of my idols in Rotary here. Okay, I've seen some of my idols in. Okay. Now, I would like to share this very relevant topic, which everybody should know, because this will endanger our lives and also some of our properties will be collapsed. Based from the study of the JICA, the Japanese, with cooperation of the MMDA and also the DPWH, they studied the effect of the earthquake based from the West Valley Fault in year 2004. They found out it's very hazardous and very 40% of the buildings and residentials in Metro Manila will collapse. This is a study, and they have proof and they have technical information all about this. I would like to share this one so that everybody should have know. And it's also my honor that I imparting this information because it's a warning to us. It's a warning. Okay. And of course, I would like to acknowledge my God, our God, because I am part of this information. The Philippines is faces in the destructive earthquake since 1968, according to PBOX. The countryside is on the Pacific Ring of Fire, making this prone to earthquake. According to study and according to records of the PBOX, a daily earthquake or average, there are 20 earthquakes per day, meaning we have earthquake every day. Approximately 1,000 to 10,000 per year. But most are 100 week to be felt. Significant seismic activity, about 6 to 10 earthquakes yearly, can cause damages in some of our structures. While major destructive earthquakes, magnitude 7 plus, are less common, they are still posed as a in serious life. We have experienced 5 strongest earthquake in the Philippines since 1963. You will see, we have, okay, I'm sorry, I cannot see. Yeah. Arman, can have my other slides? Kasi malabo eh. Okay, thank you. We have 5 strong earthquake core since I think, in 1968. In 1968, we have Kasiguran in Aurora with a magnitude of 7.7 and a death toll of around 270 and economic loss of approximately 2 billion pesos. In 1976, we have the Morogol with a magnitude of 7.9 and a death of around 5,000 to 8,000 people and economic loss of approximately 10 billion pesos. In 1976, we have the Morogol, a magnitude of 7.9 and a death of around 5,000 to 8,000 and economic loss of approximately 10 billion. In 1990, in Luzon, we experienced 7.7 magnitude with a death of 1,600, an economic loss of 10 billion peso also. You remember the Hyatt Hotel in Baguio? Hyatt Terraces, that's one of it. And also the public market in Baguio. Yeah. In 1994, we have in Mindoro, a magnitude of 7.1, a death of around 70, and economic loss of 2 billion pesos. The latest is in 2013, which is in Bohol, a magnitude of 7.2, and a death of 200, an economic loss of 2.3 billion pesos. This data coming from PBooks, and it is on record based from our research. And I cannot talk about earthquake because I'm not a volcanologist, nor a geotechnical engineer or a geologist. But I am a structural engineer, and I can talk and discuss more about the strength of your building and the strength of your house and residential. And that's my core competence. And that's why I was invited to Rotary and accepted because of my qualification. That's one of the qualifications with the Rotary Club of Makati. You should be primus inter pares, correct? Yeah. The West Valley Fault, which we are expected to come anytime soon. Maybe today, maybe the other day or something, because the lag or the in-between, the probability according to PBooks is that it occurs every 400 years to 600 years. And the latest, I think, is 1658, something like that. Okay. So most likely, any time, any day now. The West Valley Fault, which covers the Metro Manila, like the Quezon City, Marikina, Pasig, Makati, Taguig, Muntinlupa. And also Bulacan, we have San Jose del Monte, Rizal, Rodriguez Montalban, San Mateo. In Laguna, you have Binyan, Santa Rosa, Cabuyao, Calamba. And in Cavite, you have Carmona, General Mariano Alvarez. This 7.2 magnitude quake, what would have the West Valley Fault moves? If it moves, according to JICA, it is estimated damages of 40% of all residential buildings and structure should be severely damaged. An estimated fatalities of around 30,000 people will die. An economic loss of 2.5 billion pesos. A trillion pesos. But how can we avoid this? How can we avoid this happening? Of course, we should be prepared. And most of the fatalities or the cause of death is a falling, from falling. Earthquake cannot kill, but fault design do. Ibig sabihin, it is the design who is defective. It is the design. Luckily, we have the National Building Code passed during the Marcos time, 1977. We already have a procedure in putting up a building or a house with compliance in National Building Code. But there is no such thing which is already implemented, which is the National Structural Code of the Philippines. Ibig sabihin, yung National Building Code is a general concept. Yung mga requirements lang. But the criteria in the design should be taken up from the National Structural Code of the Philippines. and it was revised 7 times. And the latest revision is 2015. Imagine 2015. In 2015, the design criteria they required is very stringent. Why? Because of the earthquake and also the requirement issued by the Department of Public Works and Highway to the building officials and the local municipal and mayors. They issued a statement saying that all buildings with an age more than 15 years are required to conduct a seismic evaluation and a certification from the structural engineer that it can be safe. And in 2014, they followed another order requiring all the buildings to have an inspection yearly and certification yearly about the safety of the building. And you cannot be given a building permit or operation or business permit. That's mandatory now in Metro Manila. Okay. Now, but how can we avoid this one? How can we avoid this one? Of course, with this proper forum, it is right to inform you that there is solution and there is remedy for whatever happen if there will be an earthquake. There are two procedures. There are some procedures we are following according to the American Society of Civil Engineers, which I am also a member. And there is a handbook. They will give you a handbook what to do. And we have that procedure, and we are practicing it now. Now, there are two types of security. One is life safety, and the other one is immediate occupancy. Meaning, if you want to have your building in life safety rather than immediate occupancy, which is very expensive, because immediately after the earthquake, you can do working on your office. But the more concern now is the life safety, okay, which is less expensive. Now, we have a procedure in seismic evaluation of a building. One, we must have evaluate in terms of procedure. We perform a site visit. Like, for example, we want to see the visual condition of the building, the history of the building, the occupancy of the building, and if there will be some deterioration in the building, you can see kung bulok na yung mga semento, mga bakal, exposed na, and if it's more than 15 years. I still remember, I have one building I cannot mention because of my non-disclosure agreement. The building is an iconic and is public known, but it was constructed in 1960. 1960. When we conduct and see the building, it's good. There was no deterioration. There was no sign of settlement in the ground floor. There was no cracks in the floors or any walls and everything. So we extract concrete, sample of concrete, since they don't have a testing laboratory, they don't have a records about the strength of concrete they use. 1960, they used only, there was no grass rock that time, and it's only a river rocks, okay, and river sand, okay. So definitely, the strength of concrete is, by history itself, it cannot reach more than 3,000 psi. 3,000 PSI during that time is a high-end na building because the building that time is around 2,500 PSI lang. When we extract concrete and we extract steel and have it tested in a laboratory, we found out that the strength of concrete is only 1,500 PSI. And the strength of steel is only around 12,000 PSI. The steel that time is not yet deformed, but it's plain bar. Hindi pa yung ikot-ikot. Meaning, the cohesiveness of steel and concrete is not that strong. Okay. So, there was no analysis in soil that time. It's not yet common because the soil also dictates the shear velocity of the wave coming from an earthquake is also considered in the design of the members of beams and columns and foundation. Okay. So definitely this building will not pass to the code requirement. So at the same time, they don't have as-built plan that time. And we conduct as-built. We take a look, measure the alignment, measure the section of columns and beams. And of course, we do some analysis using a scanner to determine the number of rebars in the walls and also in columns and beams and slabs using a scanner so we can determine the diameter and we can determine the spacing. And based from that, after we tested it, we run it in a computer, a design software computer with artificial intelligence. And based from that, we make a model of the whole building. And you can see in three-dimensional and three different sections using a software with artificial intelligence. We combine loadings of dead load and live load and wind velocity and earthquake. And you will see the behavior of the buildings. And based from the behavior of buildings, you can also determine which part is weak and which part is not compliance. Okay, I will say it in here. I will show it to you. Now, how are we going to strengthen the building? It depends on the analysis given by my design software and artificial intelligence. But if I did this manually, of course, during my time, I'm old school, we use a calculator and slide rules. So it took me more than 5 or 6 months. But in a computer, using a software, design software, you can have a result immediately in less than 5 minutes. In less than 5 minutes. Okay. Now, there are some styles of retrofitting, strengthening of the beams column. I would like you to share some example. Some example here you can see. Okay. I have here, you can add, palalakihin mo yung column, i-enlarge mo siya, magbubuhos ka ng bago, lalagay mo ng bakal to make it strong. Okay. The other one is carbon fiber, which is commonly used. A carbon fiber is small, parang tila, na ibabalot na substitute siya sa steel. It's like this one. Ibabalot lang siya, then it will be like an steel. The strength of your column and the strength of your beam will be times 3 more or 5 more. Okay, meaning it can withstand more force if it will be balot ng concrete. So, it can be used very often, and most likely in some of the buildings we are doing here now. I have 21 story now doing here in Makati along the Ayala, I think. Okay, I cannot mention the buildings because of non-disclosure agreement. But we are now retrofitting the buildings for more than a year. Okay, we use the carbon fiber, which is very usable compared to wrapping it with steel. Okay. Now, I'd like you to show some of the buildings. Okay. Not this one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this one. Okay. You see the buildings here. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. The behavior of the building, if the forces is coming from the x-axis, okay, that's the behavior of the building. The figures or the colors symbolizes red, meaning it has more stresses. Okay, if you will see at the top is the more stresses, and on the other side, the center. Okay. On the y-axis, the other one, Arman. Next one. Okay, you will see the building sway on the y-axis, and you will see that the color is below, meaning the below portion is subjected to more stress. But earthquake, you cannot determine the direction. So definitely, it is a vibration. So we can go on the other one, which is the third. Arman, the third. Yung pangatlo. I will show you the behavior of the building if the center of rigidity of the building and the center of mass did not coincide, and there is a difference. There will be torsion of the building. The other one, Armand, number 3. And you will see the different, and there will be massive color of red all out because there is twisting of the building. The other one, the third color. Can you show it? Tatlo. You see I want to show the behavior of the building in number 3. Yan. Yan, that's it. Oh. Sayang. Yung number 3, Arman. Sayang. Hindi ba mapagalaw? Hindi. I just want to say, para makita ninyo what should be the behavior of the building. Why it collapsed. The number 3? Kasi there is a torsion because the center of gravity and the center of mass of the building did not coincide. Hindi tama. So, what is the remedy? Of course, you make a revision or arrangement of the columns. I-arrange mo kung saan maganda. Na para yung center of gravity niya and center of mass ay iisa. There will be no torsion and there will be no torque. Okay. So if I did this manually, it's trial and error. But in a computer, it only minute. Okay. Now, I should go back on retrofitting. Okay. I should go back on retrofitting. Other slide, this one. Next slide. There are so many types of retrofitting. The other one is we reinforce concrete jacketing. Lalagay natin uli ng bagong semento at bakal, bubuhusan natin ng bago. Parang ginakit mo siya. Okay? So, and this is very expensive and very laborious. So, if you will see in the picture, I think I've seen that one in on EDSA Top Avenue, the overpass there. There is an overpass there ongoing, retrofitting, and you will see that the column of the bridge is being enlarged. Pinalalaki na nila. And also the girder of the bridge, the overpass, is coated now with carbon fiber. Binalutan nila ng carbon fiber na kasi they found out na it's an old overpass, old building already, old bridge already. Okay. So that's it. Can have another retrofitting, and this is another retrofitting using steel. Babalutan mo ng steel yung mga beam para sa ganon, hindi siya gumalaw and make it stiff. In substitute for steel, we use carbon fiber. We use carbon fiber. Now, how to mitigate? Yan. This is carbon fiber. Now, pakibalik. Next slide, Arman. Yan, you see? The carbon fiber on the right side, binalutan niya yung column ng carbon fiber. And the strength of the column now will become more than 2 times or 3 times the strength. Okay. Now, if you will see most of the buildings that collapse appears initially on the column. Once the column collapse, definitely the beams follows on the slab column. So you should strengthen your column and also your footing. Okay. Now, we investigate that and we found it very effective, the carbon fiber. If you will see the carbon fiber, if you will see an airplane or a jet, it is balot with carbon fiber inside. Hindi siya nagwa-warp, di ba? Although the airplane is too high, with high velocity and high wind pressure, hindi siya nagwa-warp, hindi bumibigay because of carbon fiber. Okay. Now, how to make this resistant? Of course, to minimize vibration on the building is what we should do. We should do damper. Okay. And one other solution is using the flexible foundation, meaning flexible foundation, that the building is not fixed. Hindi siya yung nakapix na ganon, kundi simply supported siya. That it can move freely, left and right, or up and down. But there must be a bearing inside so that it can move like this without affecting the whole frame. And that's one, the Japanese has invented that technology. The other one is, I've seen this one, shield building from vibration. Meron naman siya, yung mga frame niya, nilagyan niya ng parang shock absorber. Okay. Shock absorber, instead na pag may lindol, para lang gumaganon. So, nami-minimize niya ang vibration. Okay. Hindi siya lumalaban. So, hindi nagkakamero ng crack yung mga frame mo dahil hindi siya lumalaban. I've seen that sometimes. I've seen one buildings in Apple Invest who have this one. I've seen. The other one is with damper. Ang damper, you will see high-rise building na bakit hindi natutumba? Because they have damper. That's the secret. Ibig sabihin ng damper, the wave coming from the earthquake causes kinetic energy and transform it to different section of the beam. Okay? One classic example is the rubber damper. A rubber damper, I have here a rubber. When I put it this one, hindi siya umuugtol. It never bounce. It never bounce. And it will be attached to a frame so that if there will be a kinetic energy that pushes the building, it will not transfer to another section. So patay na agad siya. Na-absorb na siya. Nadadump na agad yung kinetic energy. So damper na yung ang kanyang persa. The other one is, it's common. They use the building structure like, for example, cross-bracing of every structure. I'll show you some example of the Japanese technology, mitigation, seismic mitigation system. Can you play it? You see on the left side, the frame never resists because the foundation and the whole the frame is nag-slide lang siya. Okay. But the other one on the right side, it resists. Nakapix kasi siya, so lumalaban siya. Ay kung hindi na niya kaya, babagsak siya. That's the technology from Japan. And I think they are doing it. I don't see any building here in the Philippines having similar that technology. There. Okay. Now, I have one classic example of another damper. You will see here in Taipei 101, the tallest building in 2016, which is a Taipei 101. Why it did not collapse? Because they have intensity 7. Because they have the tune mass damper. This tune mass damper is like a pendulum attached on top of the rope. And once the vibration occurs, the pendulum counter, bumabalik agad siya, counter the movement. So, meaning, pag tinulak mo yung frame ko, yung pendulum, itutulak ka naman palabas kanya. That's the secret. That's one of the common use using pendulum. And it's around, I think the weight of that is 660 tons tonelada. It's a pendulum. Still. How they do it? They put it there part by part. According to my good friend and partner in Taipei, Richard Lee, who are the designer of this project. I got a permit from them to present it to you. Because my company, TND, is a partner of the Richard Lee. Now, I think it would be better if you ask more questions to me so I can answer you properly. And I hope it gives you an idea and brightens your mind that something is wrong, is going on in the future. And we have to accept it. Hindi natin pwedeng pigilan. Yes, I accept. A question, yeah.
Okay, let's proceed to question answer. Conrado?
Porsche, thank you very much for your very enlightening presentation about earthquakes and their effect on the buildings. Let me just share with everybody here a trivia. You mentioned the Kasiguran earthquake in 1968.
Yes.
That was August 2, 1968. For everybody's information, that was the night that the father of PDG Sid passed away that very night. Was it August 1? Yeah, but the earthquake happened around midnight. And PDG Sid's father was attending an affair in Malacanang because at that time he was the health secretary under the first term of past President Marcos. So that was the night that the father of PDG Sid passed away. I will not forget that. Anyway, no, that's just a trivia for all of you to know. He didn't die because of the earthquake. It was a heart attack, right, Sid? Yeah. Anyway, my question to you is, you already actually answered it, but so there are no buildings here in the Philippines that adopt the floating foundation that they have in...
So far, wala pa akong alam.
None? Why? Is it too expensive?
That is a new technology. That is a new technology to be learned.
No, but the Japanese have already
They have
adopted
already.
it a
Maybe-
long time ago, right?
Maybe there is no engineers in the Philippines who can do it. But of course, with the help of the Japanese, they can transfer the technology to us. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay, my other question is, the West Valley Fault, all
The
right?
100 kilometers.
Yes, and you said that 40% of residential structures.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
That's the study from JICA.
Yeah, does that mean 1 or 2 floors?
Yes, it covered.
Really?
Yes, it covered.
So if you're a homeowner and you have a bungalow or a two-story building, what should we be doing?
To me, if I have a residential two-story, which is near the valley, of course, I should look for an area where I can dock. Okay? Mayroon ka siguro magandang kwarto na properly shelled with good materials na pag bumagsak yung bubong, hindi ka tamaan. Pag gumuho yung bubong. I think that's one. Pero we cannot go away from this. Imagine 40% of the residential buildings will collapse. And that is it's more than the picture, if you will see, in the Gaza Strip.
Oh my. Muy grabe.
Yeah, so how about reinforcing the structure? Is that...
Reinforcing the structure is one solution.
Okay, and more or less, how much will that cost? Do you have some sort of an estimate? Let's say for a house with an area of about 200 square meters. You know, the footprint.
The footprint.
Yeah.
200 square meter.
Yeah.
I think it's less than $1 million.
Kaya.
Less than $1 million.
To reinforce the structure.
Yeah, less than $1 million.
Okay. Thank you.
And if you hire me, it's pro bono.
Ven aquí, amigo. Ven aquí. Next will be Harley. George. Yeah, see.
I'm okay. Hi, Porsche. I really enjoyed your talk.
Thank you.
First of all, I have 3 questions. The first one is from Howie. Over there, he was over there. He saw the carbon fiber to make things stiff. He asked if there are other applications where that could be used.
Yeah, that's correct.
Don't answer.
Yeah, he needs it.
Anyway, second question. I often go to a building in Guadalupe Viejo, and there's an annex which is made by a very good architect. But the older building, I don't even know who the architect is. Is it worth looking at our clubhouse to keep it? Because you did the annex, so that's fine. There's no problem, I presume. You were prepared for that. Should we look at our annex?
Yeah. Oh, are you talking about our building in Rotary?
Yes, yes.
The new building, definitely I can guarantee, because I am liable for 15 years. It's the law that whoever signed the structural of the structure is liable for a period of 15 years. So I should wait. I could not sleep in 15 years. Okay. And definitely, I can guarantee that that is safe. On the other side, I cannot say safe, I cannot say good, whatever, because I don't have the I I don't have the records, the history, and the evaluation so far. So, but given design, I can conduct an as-built, but that would take us for about a month. But visibly, there was no sign of any cracks so
Weakness.
far.
No weakness.
Okay. And there was no settlement so far. As you will see in the ground floor, pag yung ground floor mo, umaalis na sa lupa, and there will be sign that there is settlement. Okay. And the other one is vibration.
So when you visit our building, you actually look at these things?
Yeah, we have a checklist. We have a checklist to be checked. If it's compliant, we have a checklist. Kasi hindi ko lang napakita. Okay. So definitely, that checklist will guarantee that the building will compliance to the code requirements. And based from the checklist, of course, I have to certify based from what I learned and what I observed and tested, I can guarantee and issue a certificate of structural stability.
Okay. Third and last question,
Yeah.
Attorney Boy.
No hay problema.
I have neighbors in Rockwell, Leo, Junjun, President Keith. In the event of a major earthquake, we are asked to go down our building. Junjun has bigger problem. He's on the 50th floor, so that's a long way. That's a long way down. But assuming we get out of our building and the earthquake stops, you mentioned immediate occupancy. We cannot go back to our building, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
For how long? How long can we not?
There is an after effect.
There is an afterquake.
Aftershock.
Aftershock. So after one day, we cannot go back, or?
It's up to you.
Okay.
It's up to you. But to me, to be sure, no, I should go out.
We should not
Because,
go back.
if you remember, in Bohol, 2 days, nag-occur ng the other day.
Okay.
I think the last one is Bohol.
So if we're in a building and we're out,
you should have. You go.
Okay. Should we wait for a city engineer to visit the building and say you can go back in?
That is the proper procedure.
That will take months. That might take months with all the buildings in Makati.
Okay. That of course. That is so costly.
Okay.
If the earthquake occurs on a building, if you are the owner of the building, I suggest they should hire a professional to conduct a seismic evaluation. A seismic, I suggest.
Thank you, Porsche.
Okay.
For safety.
We like to call on George.
Thank you very much, Porsche, for sharing with us. No, things that enlightening but scary also. You know, I remember my friend who told me during the early 90s when a lot of these buildings are being built in Makati area, 30 to 40 floors. No, so he quickly said, you know, based on study like what you said earlier, many of these buildings will tumble down. No, if a big earthquake would struck, like you mentioned, 400, 600 years, and it's long in the waiting. Now, what I notice now is the buildings are getting higher and higher. Okay, and as you said, we have not applied new technology like the Japanese. To what extent are those buildings safe? Let's say between 7.5 to 7.8 Richter scale earthquake. Are they, you're a structural engineer, are they equipped to withstand, that kind of a high Richter scale earthquake? And the other question I'd like to ask, a lot of these old buildings, as you said, no, may not pass the new standard. Building owners are concerned because when the building inspector comes and inspect, you know what it is, you know how it is, no? If you want to get a occupancy permit, may bayad yon. Okay? And again, retrofitting, of course, is one, but a lot of old buildings cannot be retrofitted anymore. That's one. No? And the other thing is, are there such insurance for earthquake? Now that you mentioned this, like homeowners in condominium, building owners, what are the available insurance that an owner can have in their properties? That's all.
Yeah, thank you. It's a good question. Okay. Actually, we have lots of old buildings here in Makati.
Yes, yes.
Okay. And most of them, I think 80 or 90% are old building. Okay. And that time that was constructed is, I think, will not pass the present 2015 National Structural Code requirement. I could not say they will be failure, but I could properly say it could not pass the requirements. It could not pass the requirement. So the only solution there is that you hire a professional to conduct a seismic evaluation so that it can, if it can withstand with a certain magnitude of an earthquake of 7.2. But it's too costly. But for you, as a member of Rotary Club of Makati, pro bono for me.
Wow.
No, but of course, given the fact that they were constructed based on the old structural code, no? Even without testing, alam mo na, fail yan eh.
Fail yan. That's
Diba?
correct.
Automatically
That's
fail
correct.
sila
Automatic
eh.
na siya.
Oh. So, but some of these buildings cannot be retrofitted.
It can. It can. It can be
No,
retrofitted.
because I was wondering when you talk about the carbon,
Yes, carbon is only one.
but that's only compression, di ba?
No. The good thing with carbon is you can convert for a compression at the same time tensile.
Okay. I thought it's really good compression.
Depend on the location.
Yeah. Now, the question is, you're an authority on this. Are you consulted by the insurance company?
Actually, in the Philippines kasi, the practice of our profession is regulated by the Professional Regulation Commission. Okay? You cannot practice without a license.
Yes.
And the guarantee that you sign the plans, you are liable for 15 years if there is no happening on the structure. And you are liable for criminal and civil liability. Okay. But in the other countries, like what I have experienced in Vietnam and encountered some foreign buildings, there is professional indemnity insurance, right? Governor said, okay. The professional indemnity insurance is an insurance for me, a guarantee that any error on my design, the insurance will pay. Am I correct, Governor said? Because this is not a practice here in the Philippines. It should be a practice here in the Philippines that all the practicing architects and engineers should have a professional indemnity insurance. Okay, I remember June Palapok has one. I know he has. And so with me. And it is the law kasi.
One
Nasa
last
batas
concern. Structurally, the earthquake, degree of earthquake, is based on 70.2 Richter scale on the construction.
Yes.
But you mentioned earlier, most of our earthquake is 7.5, 7.7, 7.9.
Yes, that's correct.
So with those, all the buildings will collapse.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you for the answer.
Definitely.
Okay, due to limited time, that will be the last question. We'd like to call on our president for his response.
Thank you very much indeed, Porsche is very, very interesting. I think we've all enjoyed and been scared a little bit. I think we've learned a lot about the different ways to retrofit. We've also learned that the 5 big earthquakes cost an absolute fortune in the trillions every time, and they were from 7.2 to 7.9 on the Richter scale. And we're sitting on the ring of fire, yes? And from my memory of insurance, every single time it'll be an exclusion regarding a natural disaster like that, and you have to buy an additional indemnity to cover for it. So that's a little bit more for us to think about. Did I write anything else down here to... Oh, yes, and the deformation of torsion, where everything is red, is the most dangerous to worry about, perhaps. I'd like to please thank you now on behalf of all of us here today for a very interesting and insightful talk, and making us reflect just a little bit more about where we live and how we spread our things about. But anyway, thank you very much indeed today. Thank you. I'd like to pass you a glass of wine, a bottle of wine to say thank you very much, and we're going to perhaps have a go for a picture. And at this point, so that we can take pictures, I'd like to adjourn the meeting. Thank you very much, everybody, for attending today.
Okay, raffle. Raffle, raffle. Ha? Pangalan. Okay, press. Okay. Sinong winner? Rene! Where's Rene? Ay. Past President Rene. Awanin. Okay. Let's do it again. Okay. Now, who's the winner? 1 bottle of wine with... Ah! Conrado! O yan, Junjun Dairit. 1 bottle of red wine with Viagra. Okay. Macallan with Viagra.
Yes, yes, I am.
Oh, congrats sir, ha? Nanalo kayo.
Recording stopped.
Good. Thank you. Ang iPad nyo.